We're living in an increasingly disconnected world from each other, from nature, and this trip kind of combines both of those things.
I think she just wanted like one-on-one time just to like connect and bond and spend time together.
I've always wanted to come to the Bob. I've lived in Montana for almost 30 years, I've never made it.
It deserves to be protected. It endures like a way of life that is slowly slipping away.
I really enjoy getting into the wilderness and doing pack support for take care of these trails. They're a real resource.
This is wet. This, man, like just today, you know, loading up at the trailhead, talking to the packers, getting to know these volunteers. Everybody's just excited. My name is Clifford Kipp. I'm the Executive Director for the Bob Marshall Wilderness Foundation. Our mission is to connect people to wild places through active wilderness stewardship. You know, camping out here and to have this, like, spend a few days out in the woods, like off the internet and disconnected, and then doing something good. For me, that's what I am certainly most passionate about, is that we are providing a service. You know, we're providing opportunities to volunteer, and that is like pretty niche. I feel really fortunate to be involved in that kind of work. Bob Marshall, legend. He is attached to this particular place. This is his namesake wilderness because of his role in helping draft the language that ultimately became the Wilderness Act, which established the National Wilderness Preservation System. And so when the Wilderness Act passed, the members of Congress, or just stakeholders, felt it was important to recognize his contribution by naming at least one of the first 13 wildernesses after him. Wilderness, national parks, preservation, I mean, that's a uniquely American idea. And I think it's super special, and we're fortunate to get to experience what folks 120 years ago thought to do in terms of land preservation. Wilderness requires the least amount of management activity. No motorized, no mechanized. People are making their way through the woods on foot or on horseback.
It's really quiet in here. You don't have motors, you don't have chainsaws, you don't have motorbikes. In some ways a little closer to nature. Just beautiful country back here. I think it's 2.5 million acres in the complex. Okay.
My father was instrumental in development of the Wilderness Act and passing the Wilderness Act in '64. That's why I guess I'm here, part of it, just that culture. It's just important to me that this wild country is here, and even as I get older, maybe can't access it as easy, I still want to know that it's here.
I think that Bob has this kind of mythic, almost legendary status of a vast wild space in America. And I think the grizzly bears and the kind of sheer volume of the land and all the streams and trees and wildflowers that grow here, and the chance for really kind of backcountry solitude, a place that maybe you go and no one else has gone before, has a kind of legendary status, which attracted me to come help.
That being said, our flag down here says we need to remove shrubs and do some retread to widen the trail. All right, so now I kind of have a little outline of the shape that I want to make.
92% of respondents said they recreate on public lands. 77% said they go outside more than once a month. but only 19% engage in stewardship.
Somebody comes and
Just kind of shows like the asset that public lands are, not only in terms of recreation, but certainly in terms of recreation and the gap between like the use and the caretaking of those assets.
My name is Henry Kelso. I'm a crew leader for the Bob Marshall Wilderness Foundation. That being said, we have one small water hop of a creek crossing before we get to our job out here this week is to develop some retread and do some brushing work on the Silver King Trail. Sounds good. I'll do a morning and afternoon check-in with y'all for the rest of the week. BMWF clear. We're gonna come in with some digging tools and some loppers and some hand saws, and we're gonna clear it up. The Bob Marshall Foundation, to me, it's an opportunity for people to find solace during, their crazy lives. I find that more often than not, volunteers will have experiences out here that they'll either, take away as the best time of their summer or maybe even a life-changing experience. So I find myself really grateful to be able to be a part of that experience. Left foot forward if I'm pulling with my right leg, and that's so that I can open my body into the pull.
A chance to connect with other like-minded people, but also kind of connect deeply with these wild places.
It's just, you see more things, you see more vegetation, more animals, and just spending time outside. And then you get to meet all the other friendly volunteers and so forth. It's a total blast.
I think for a lot of people, they're figuring out how to help in this world, and this is a really easy way to do that.
The Bob Wilderness and wilderness in general is a place, kind of a haven in the modernizing world. It's a chance for people to really slow down, and I think we don't think very much about how important it is to slow down and reflect.
I think the Bob is a very special place because there are not too many places like this in the country.
We've been around for 30 years. We're a trusted member of the conservation community in Montana. I want to say thank you to the thousands of volunteers that have come through our organization to help with this work. I want to say thank you to anybody who has ever contributed to the organization, because those dollars really do matter, and they are going into field work every single year. We're a pretty lean organization. We do a lot with a small staff, small team doing big things, and we're good stewards of the landscape, and we're good stewards of the donations that come in, and we are very, very appreciative of all the support that we get. It's iconic. It's iconic to Montana. It's iconic to the American West, this idea of open space and the ability to go find adventure.
Man, cool. Is there something you guys say? I don't know.
We could say, I love the Bob.
Okay, yeah. On three. 1, 2, 3.
I love the Bob.
Okay, that was sad.
One more time.
All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I love the Bob.